Hello everyone. Hello. So I wanted to make a quick video here this morning to talk about some of the new take and make bags that we have available at the Murrysville Library for all ages. So they are our take and make bags, which you can stop by the library and pick one up and then take it home and do. So you can just stop by and pick one up, or if you want to reserve one, you can also call to reserve one from the library. But the first one we have for kids, younger kids, is a do-it-yourself bouncy ball and STEM exploration kit. And so I'm going to do a tutorial on what's all in that bag and how you can use it in case you wanted to refer to it before you make it. And then for parents, caregivers of kids, teens that are coming into the library, we also have some really fun fall themed take and make bags that are called craft tea bags. And I'll just show you quick what's in these. So we have a whole pack of colored pencils for you, a couple fall themed bookmarks, tassels for the bookmarks are also in here, so you can create your own bookmark. And they also come with a surprise tea bag. So they're craft tea bags. So you can pick one of those up on your way in while you're picking up books, or along with one of the other kids' bags. We have those available at the front of the library. And then for the kids' ones, they're, like I said, do-it-yourself bouncy ball kits and STEM exploration kits. In these are going to be all the supplies you need to create one of those. And so for these, since they are a little messy, I recommend like school age, kindergarten through 5th grade, but the preschool age group is also really fun to do these with because it is fun exploration science. You just might need a little bit of adult supervision with them. So they come with the paper bag here, and inside you're going to have 2 of the styrofoam bowls for mixing up all of the ingredients, a craft stick for mixing, and you will have cups that are pre-measured out. One is going to have cornstarch, which is marked with a C, and then the other one is going to have borax, which is marked with a B. So obviously watch out too for any allergies that you might have to these substances with your kiddos. And then the other cup's going to be white glue, so that's the sticky one. And we put in a couple gloves here too, so when you go to mix up the ball, your hands won't get super sticky because of that. So the other thing that we didn't provide either was food coloring, but if you have food coloring at your house, you can use food coloring that you have there. I do have a box, so I will make mine green here. All right, so we are going to start by getting, the other thing that's not provided is you're gonna need a 1/2 cup of warm water. So run your water till it gets warm, measure out a 1/2 cup, and you are going to start by mixing up the borax with the warm water. So put that in one of my bowls and put in my warm water there. Okay, and then mix that up so you can see it. All right, and mix that up. And then in our other bowl, we are going to do, I'll set that one aside, do your cornstarch here and the glue as best you can. Get out as much as you can with the craft stick there. Might get, you know, a good place to work while it's still nice outside. Might be outside with this. Or on a covered kitchen table, or you can just get a little messy and wipe it up when you're done. All right, so mix that up until it looks like all of the cornstarch gets in there. And then if you are using food coloring, this is where you're going to want to add just a couple drops of that food coloring. So I'm going to make mine green. Mix it up. And this might also be a fun color exploration unit too if you have young kids and want to mix up some different colors and explore different color properties. All right, so there's the glue mixture, and it will get all mixed up there. Okay, and then once we have that, we're going to pour the glue mixture into that water and borax, and it'll look like the borax probably has dissolved in your water. And this is where it probably is going to get a little messy here for you. Okay, so put that in as best we can. All right, and you can see here, let me spilling out my water. This is where it's really going to get squishy and start to feel like the beginning of something that might bounce. All right, so we'll just mix that up best you can. And this is where you are going to want to, so if you can see it there, it's kind of just like a really thick slime. This is where you are going to want to get on these gloves and mix up the mixture here. Okay, and this is where I will take it out and show you. See, it's just like a big, thick, actually kind of looks like a Slimer from Ghostbusters there. All right, we're just gonna mix that up. Mix that up until it's really not so sticky anymore. Grab a little more of my glue here. And so you can use, your craft stick and your hands here, use them all together, and it really starts to feel like a bouncy ball here. And so when you take it out, it will harden the more that you just kind of play around with it, and it's just kind of a fun sensory experience too. But you just want to handle it, mix it up in your hands, and then it's going to eventually, after a bit, get firm enough so that you can try to bounce it. And so then that's the chemistry behind mixing and creating the bouncy ball. And on the worksheets that are in the bag, there are also a few questions that you can ask yourself to turn it into more of an experiment and kind of follow the scientific method. So it'll ask you, maybe we want to try bouncing it off of something like the table versus the carpet, which one works better. If you have these ingredients at home, maybe you want to try adding a little bit more of the cornstarch or borax and seeing if there's an even better mixture and which would bounce it the highest. You might want to compare this ball that you're making to one of the balls that you have at home. So what you're going to notice is it's probably not going to be quite like the ones you're used to getting out of the quarter machines at the department store or wherever those machines are these days. But it is going to give you a little bit of a bounce. So let me see. You might have to do it a little bit more, but I'm going to try mine and see how it works. All right. So it's still a little wet. Might have to dry out a little bit, but essentially it's just going to be a big, thick ball of slime. And if you do want to set it aside and let it dry too, that might be helpful. But just remember, whenever you pick it up after it will be a little flat. So it will flatten like that after you leave it sitting out. But it might be helpful to let it get a little dry. Once it dries out, after it's flattened, just form it back into a ball. And then you can try bouncing it. So thanks for tuning in. I'll be posting our Facebook Live video on our YouTube. And then as a reminder, we have they're the DIY bouncy ball kits and STEM exploration kits at the library, along with the craft tea bags for teens and adults that have the bookmarks, colored pencils, and a tea bag. So hope you have a great day and happy fall this week. We're going to have some nice weather before it cools down. And thanks for watching. Bye.